This video is going to be about me spilling the tea on finding jobs in Canada. Everything in the video is going to be 100% pure facts. Nothing would be sugar coated, I assure you guys. And to be honest, there's no point hiding this anymore. A lot of people experience this, but nobody talks about it. Hi guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my channel, thank you so much for joining. Please consider subscribing below and be sure to turn the post notification bell on as well, so you can get notified each time I post a new video. And if you're a returning subscriber, you know the vibes, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends as well. So let's talk about finding jobs in Canada. To be honest, this is a subject that a lot of people go through difficult times, but most people sugarcoat things when they want to tell other people, especially people outside of Canada. And I can understand how they feel. They don't want to seem like they are discouraging anyone. Let me put this disclaimer out there. This is not to discourage anybody from trying to come to Canada. This is just to set your expectation and prepare your mind towards what you might face when you arrive. For some people it's easier for them, and some people, most people, they had to go through difficult times. I would say almost 90% of people go through difficult experience or passes through challenges finding a job. Let me also put this out there. I'm not saying this out of frustration or saying it because I'm currently going through maybe a very difficult thing. I had a conversation with a friend a moment ago, just like a couple of hours ago, and that was when I just realized that, you know what, you should actually do a video on real facts, like talk about how it is in Canada finding jobs. Let people see what it truly is, because most of the videos you see online, most posts, most anything people write about or finding jobs in Canada, they never tell you how it truly is. Like I said, when people ask me about how difficult or how easy it is to find a job in their field in Canada, I don't tell them they can't. I tell them it's challenging, but it also depends on the field and the city or wherever you're staying in Canada. When in all honesty, I know it could be very, very challenging. Um, I don't want to sound like I'm discouraging anyone. I don't want to sound like I'm also luring them as well. But then you also don't want it to seem like when you're expressing or you're telling people the real truth, then they wonder, okay, so why are you there if you're telling me about all these difficulties? These things, when I tell you the truth, or if I'm doing this video, it's just to prepare your mind and to let you have a realistic perception or overview as to what it truly is. So let me start with this. You try to find a job in your profession, say as an accountant, as a lawyer. Most lawyers would have to go through additional professional courses for them to start practicing. Some people, like some regulated field, might require for you to go to school again, and some might not. So say for instance you're trying to gain skills, or say for instance you're a software engineer now and you're into coding, maybe you do Python or you do Java and all those codes, and you go on LinkedIn for instance to apply for a job. You see a job that was posted 24 hours ago would have over 200 applicants, and you ask yourself, how can I compete with these people? How? Even when you go on places like Indeed or Monster, you still see the same thing. And you wonder, out of these 200 applicants, even if you are very, very qualified, they tend to pick people that have Canadian experience or people that has worked here for a bit before they even consider you. What annoys me or what upsets me most is when a job posting is for entry level or graduate trainee, and people that are experienced, they apply for these jobs and they still get considered before those people that don't have experience. I mean, if a job is for entry level, I don't see any reason why you should be prioritizing people that are experienced, when in the real sense it's supposed to be for inexperienced people so they can get trained and learn on the job and get that experience that they are supposed to get. But on the other end, in the real situation, I wonder why recruiters do this. I wish I could get in touch or have a conversation with maybe an actual HR person or maybe a recruiter. Let them explain their own perception to people like me, or the people, let people know why they tend to do that. A lot of times people would have to fill their what's it called, their resume with buzzwords. They have to lie on their resume. They have to put a lot of things that are not real, those things that they don't even know, in their resume, so that they can even get up to the cutoff. It doesn't even just make sense. Is this what we are reducing employment to? I really don't get it. I honestly don't totally blame people that they put fake experiences on their CV, they lie and all those things. I honestly don't blame them. Most people have been pushed to that point that they can no longer just, like, they can't, they've tried and tried and tried, and they're not just getting that job or that dream job that they've always wanted. So at this point in time, they have to just put whatever it is that the employer or the recruiter is looking for, so that they can get an offer. Most professional jobs are very, very competitive, very, very competitive. And what would you say would help you or give you a chance? Even after you draft your resume and you do all those things, you have to apply for several applications. I know someone that said she applied for over 300 jobs and only got like 6 interviews. Can you imagine? Like was it even up to 6 interviews? I can't remember how many exact interviews she got, but imagine that you have to apply for as much jobs. So what I would suggest for people that maybe want to apply for jobs at some point, I would say apply for as much as you can. Because if we are going to put a percentage on the number of callbacks or response you might get, say for instance you're going to get a response rate of 1 or 2%, and if you apply for more jobs, that means you're increasing the chances of getting more responses or callbacks. So apply for as much as you can, and hopefully you're able to get a call back or an interview. But the problem with applying for as much jobs is that you are exposing yourself to job scams. There are a lot, like several job scams in Canada. A recruiter will call you, or a so-called recruiter in quote will call you and tell you, oh, we have an opening for so and so role in so and so company, blah blah blah, the rate is $40 an hour, and send your resume. You send it, they ask you for your email, they ask you for all those sensitive information, and you provide it. Then before you know it, these guys are just strategically collating your data. They are collecting your information that they can probably sell to other people. They are not legally allowed to do this, but they do this. They do this a lot. Even some recruiters would ask you, oh, what's the last 4 digits of your social security number? What's your date of birth? Of course, they might ask you how old are you. They'll ask you, are you on work permit? They ask you, are you a PR? And sometimes when you send your resume, you might even have your address on it. So all this information still falls back to your primary data that they can use to, like, steal all your own information, which is very, very risky. This is exposing you to a lot of risk. But what exactly are we going to tell people to do? We can only encourage them to apply for more jobs. So you also have to be wary of the job scams out there. As much as you are putting your information to people, you also have to be very, very cautious. On Indeed, on Monster, there are a lot of scams there. A lot. You have to be very, very careful. Sometimes they even send you like a fake job offer and you're excited that, oh, I got a job and everything, and they ask for your bank information. Sometimes they even ask for your social security number, because of course for you to like get on a payroll in a company, they would ask for those information. And you wonder that, okay, now see, you provide those information to people, and all of a sudden they don't provide you the date of resumption, they don't give you anything, and they have those sensitive data about you. So what I would suggest is that if you get any offer, or if you see that the job is too good to be true, or the offer that they are giving you is too good to be true, then it's probably too good to be true. If you get a call from a recruiter and they are asking you for sensitive information on the first call, don't provide it to people. Be very, very careful. If they're asking for your social security number, the last 4 digits, or they're asking you for your like date of birth, on the first call ask them why they need that information. It's not relevant when you are just considering me for a role. Until you've gotten the offer, then you shouldn't be asking for those sensitive data from me. I don't blame the government, to be honest, because I know the government has done their own part by providing a lot of settlement organizations. Some people come to Canada and they don't even know what a Canadian resume is. And this settlement organization help people to learn about what to put on their resume. They teach people a lot of things. Some people, even some organizations would even introduce you to like bridging programs or bridging courses that you can do to help you transition or settle into the Canadian kind of workspace very easily. And even after going through some of those courses, some people even go through boot camp to learn new skills, learn coding. You see some people that they were working, maybe I don't know, they just want to transition into a new field, and they go through boot camp, they want to go into IT or whatever it is. And you see on the internet, they tell you, oh, there are a lot of job opportunities, there are a lot of job offers, or there is a gap in the labor market for people that are into cybersecurity. And young people that they feel like they have that skill and they can learn something quickly, they go ahead and enroll for boot camps, they enroll for online courses, certification courses, just to get that skill that they can get to fill a role for a cybersecurity analyst. And when you now get on the real time job market and start applying for jobs, the recruiters don't call you. They say, oh, you don't have this much experience, or you don't have what we are looking for. How am I supposed to get what you're looking for if you don't even try me, if you don't give me a chance? This is just so sad. Some people in Canada, even after graduating from school, they spend so much money to send them to school, and they need a job to be able to gain experience to apply for Canadian Experience Class or their PR. And they are not even finding offers, they're not even getting eligible jobs. Before you judge me, or before you say it's because you are in City of Toronto or you are wherever, just try it. Go on LinkedIn, look for any job in any role, put the location in Manitoba or any city that is outside of Ontario that you think it's not very busy or it's not as populated. Try to see a job there. You will see that you would find less pay. Even regardless of the less pay, you will find that a lot of people has also applied for those jobs. So what do we tell people that are outside of Canada that are trying to apply for AIPP, or they're trying to apply for programs that they need a valid job offer to apply for? How? My own recommendation to those kind of people would be, you should try to find a way to get to Canada first as a temporary resident, maybe through study permit or as a visit. And once you get yourself into Canada, then you can start struggling to find a job, or once you manage to find something, then you can apply for PR. But the chances that you're going to get a job outside of Canada without residency is very, very, very slim. Say 1 out of 10 people are the people that get permanent residency through AIPP. It's very, very difficult. If you are in Canada and you are still going through a hard time finding a job, I can totally understand where you're going through. Just know that you are not alone. A bunch of people are also experiencing the same thing. They don't just talk about it. And I understand some people also want a job in their dream job or in a dream field for them, and they've still not been able to find it. So I totally get you. But what I would say you can do is to just continue to apply for as much as you can, and be careful of job scams as well. Try to see if you can put some buzzwords in your resume. Try to also see if you can maybe sugarcoat some things. By sugarcoating things, I'm not saying you should outrightly lie that you have maybe a degree or a certificate that you know you don't have, or maybe you lie about a work experience that you know you actually don't have. What you can do is, if maybe the new job or the job you're trying to apply for says you should apply, they're looking for people experienced as a business analyst, and you had experience as a financial analyst or something in a different field, but you know that you have skills in Excel, you have skills in SQL or whatever requirements they're looking for in that job, you can just try to find a way to maybe blend that your experience as a financial analyst and add some things that even if you didn't do them in your job or you know them, and apply for as much jobs as you can. If you also think that there is a professional certification that could help you in that field that you are applying for job, or you're seeking for job in, you can also try to get that certification. You can also try to see if you can connect with people or network with people that are currently working in that field. Hopefully that helps you. And maybe if you never know, information is power, like I always say. You never know, someone that might have maybe a role in the organization or something, and they might just let you know about it. um I know this is very easy to say because I'm not the one experiencing it, or I'm not the one going through it. But then, you did not travel thousands of miles just to settle for a minimum wage job. You did not travel thousands of miles just to give up. You did not spend 15,000, 18,000 on your education in Canada just to get tired and frustrated and say you want to go back home. If you can, if you want to, then that's fine as well. But if you think it's just the job situation that is frustrating you up to that extent, then you can still just give it another shot, continue to try and keep the faith. And I believe that hopefully sometime soon you'll be able to find something in your desired field. That's all for this video, guys. If you enjoy watching it, give it a thumbs up. This is not really an exciting video for me to make. I hope you guys learned something and you understand my perspective. And I say it again, this is not to discourage anyone. This is just to set the expectation, especially for people that are not yet in Canada. If you plan to come here at some point, you have to consider the city, you have to consider wherever province, you have to be strategic about a lot of things and ensure that there might be opportunities for you where you're going to. Don't go somewhere that your skills would not be required except you are willing to work in a different profession. That's all for this video, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.